And we are live, and welcome to the Trash Picture Show. And today I'm hosting the Horror Hangout crew, and I'm joined by the awesome Monty G, aka the Horror Miser, Sean Erskine, and Jen and Christian. And we are going to be talking today about all things Kaiju, Kaiju Carnage, and the upcoming Godzilla versus King Kong. So, guys, what did you make of the trailer?
Oh
Monty,
my god.
what's your thoughts on the trailer, dude?
Oh, very love the trailer. Fantastic trailer. Now that's what you do in a trailer. You show some exciting scenes. You don't reveal much about the plot, even though most people know that the plot is about, you got Godzilla, you got King Kong, and they're going to have a huge fight. And, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have some type of speculation as to what is happening with Godzilla. And, I truly did enjoy the trailer, and I'm looking forward to the film. Obviously, it's going to be better than the 69 movie, Japan
Oh
movie.
yeah, Jesus.
even,
movie,
even though I actually
I
did
still
enjoy
enjoy it.
I still enjoy it.
it's fun. No, don't get me wrong.
Right.
It's super fun, but like there's a bit that gets me, and this is because I do fucking stop motion animation and stuff. There's a bit that gets me where he lifts up a tram, a subway tram, and takes the character, his kind of like fucking Andaro character, out of the subway tram. And when he takes her out, she's the same size as the fucking subway tram, and I'm like, oh, fuck's sake! So that kind of, but yeah, it's fun. It's good fun. They essentially roofie Khan and bring him to fucking the mainland.
They do. He's not wrong.
But
You did
Monty,
look
was
pretty
there
rough.
any, was there any standout moment in the trailer for you? Was there anything you were interested? Was there anything that made you go, what's going on here?
The fact that one of the scenes in the trailer that you actually show Kong with some type of a hammer, and he's actually blocking Godzilla's atomic breath with it. I think that was one of the standout scenes. But that's what is the visuals that really I liked about the show was the visuals. Especially in the Tokyo scenes.
Yeah, it looked awesome. I'm wondering with the axe, is it a case of kind of a kind of scorpion kind of job that it's actually armor plating from a prior member of Godzilla's species, and that's why it's able to deflect the atomic breath. Because that's what I'm just the head of the axe looks like one of his dorsal plates, and that has me kind of perplexed. That maybe again the trailer states there was some kind of war. But anything else? Any characters you're looking forward to coming back, or any new characters, or anything you thought that you were a bit trepidatious about?
I'm going to miss the Ken Wataban character. I think I'm gonna miss him because he was one of the mainstays for the first two Godzilla films.
Sorozawa, yeah. Sorozawa was again, and he was a throwback.
And I will not. And I'm glad that that's right. She's actually in this film. Though I'm glad we will not see her name escapes me, Vera Farmiga, because she got killed in the last movie.
Yeah.
But I hated her character in Godzilla King of the Monsters.
She was a bit weird, all right. She was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're trying to protect the Earth, but you've made shit of it. Sean, what about yourself? Any moments or highlights or bits from the trailer that you really enjoyed or thought was cool, or you're a bit trepidatious about?
Oh, I loved it. I was blown away. Like I felt like a 10-year-old kid. Like yeah. Probably my favorite is when Kong's on the ship and he like slams his fist down and Godzilla comes up from the water. Like
that's brilliant. Where he just comes fucking plowing up on top of the fucking
that's awesome.
aircraft carrier, and you're like, Jesus Christ. Is there any character, or is there anything that you're interested? Anyone has intrigued you, or is there any element in the trailer that has you intrigued, or anything that you wanted to approach?
Well, yeah. I mean, I wonder how, like, obviously you could tell that Godzilla's being controlled. You hear Kyle Chandler is saying, "Oh, Godzilla's out there hurting people. We don't know why." Like wonder what's controlling them.
I have
Why
a
is
theory
he
about
bad
that,
guy
and
now?
I have a theory about that, and I think myself and Monty may come to blows over this theory, but I will return to that. But hey, Night Watch, Arthur, Junebug, how y'all doing, guys?
Hey, it's
Indigo,
going on, dude.
thanks for tuning in, guys. Anything you're a bit trepidatious of, Sean? Anything in the trailer that you're like, I don't like the looks of that, or?
I thought it was awesome. It's an excellent trailer and showed just the right amount to get you excited. But it seemed like Kong certainly has the upper hand in the trailer. I mean,
Yeah, he does. Again, like he's got the dexterity and he's got the intelligence. I definitely think he's smarter than Godzilla. But again,
that could just be the first trailer. Maybe the next trailer.
Yeah, like who knows? Maybe they'll release something for the Super Bowl on Sunday. We might get or something. But sorry, Monty.
I was saying hi to Trenchy.
Oh, okay. Hey, Trench. So you, Sean, you were fairly happy by and large with the trailer. There was nothing that kind of stuck out.
Very happy, very excited.
Jen, Christian, your thoughts on the trailer? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it?
I haven't seen it.
What? What? You call yourself a Godzilla fan? How dare you? And you call yourself a Godzilla fan?
You're surrounded by Godzilla.
Like coming to a gunfight without a six-shooter. Jesus.
I know. So I purposely went on kind of like a complete blackout. I wanted to go in completely blind with this movie. I know nothing about it. I haven't watched the trailer. I've watched nothing promotional about it. I did the same thing with King of the Monsters, and I think improved the movie for me. So I'm doing the same thing again. So I have no comment on the trailer.
Jane, have you watched it?
Respect. I got impressed with.
I've watched it with my little guy, my younger son Jake. Now he is super excited. Now I'm not as familiar with the Godzilla movies as you guys are. I'm not going to pretend I am, but I loved how excited. Now he's an 11-year-old boy, and he just was like, "Look, Mom, there's Godzilla! Oh, look, they're gonna fight!" And he's seen the original, the
original Kong Godzilla.
Yeah, he's seen that, and that's one of his favorite movies. And he's like, just watching him, he was just so excited. So nice. I think it's going to be good. And it weirds me out too that Christian has not watched the trailer. It weirds me out.
Do you know what? I'll give Christian props.
I give him credit though.
Like, who do you like? The trailers these days fucking show so much. I mean,
Pet Cemetery.
Jesus Christ! Don't get
Coming to America too.
The Terminator movies, the fucking twists in the Terminator movies. It's like Jesus.
Yeah.
But,
It's because it's like this. Seeing the trailer of Coming to America 2, I said, "Gee, I hope that's not all the funny parts, because that'll piss me off."
Oh yeah, I know, right?
That was a bad trailer.
I'm looking for Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes has me kind of hyped for that movie. So he looks so fucking silly as this kind of dictator. But sorry, trailing off. Was there anything, Jane, that made you go, this is a bit fucking...
This isn't really like, I'm not as big of, and I'm just being honest. The Godzilla isn't as big to me as what it is to you guys. I've seen the movies because my little guy and Christian's seen the movies. Those are the reasons why. It looks fun, and I'm glad. Like, I see everyone really excited about it, so I'm happy for y'all. But it looks fun. It looks like a perfect. Looks probably better than the Matthew Broderick movie was.
That would not be hard.
I got something to say about that one.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
We get that. You were saying that Sean, you were saying that you're wondering why Godzilla is attacking people. I don't think that's Godzilla. I think it's Mecha Godzilla.
In the full scales and everything?
No. So basically, it's obviously a throwback. And Ethel, if you're in the chat, you might be able to suss me out here. which one has Mechagodzilla? Which movie? Or Monty, which one introduces Mechagodzilla? Do you know?
Godzilla versus
Oh
Mechagodzilla.
man,
Godzilla versus
darn it.
Mechagodzilla. Okay.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. I was about to
Guys,
say, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so here's my theory, right? I don't think it's going to be something stupid like rubbery skin. He's wearing a Godzilla. I think it's going to be some kind of holographic apparatus or kind of shield around the body. There is definitely some kind of mech at the start of the trailer, bearing down on people entering the subway. The other thing that makes me think that it is actually Mechagodzilla is, and I'll show you here now. Give me 1 second. Surazawa's either son or grandson is going to appear in the movie. And here, I don't know if you can see that there. Can you see the shape? That to me looks like some kind of mechanized Godzilla or some kind of mechanized kaiju. My theory is that Sarazawa's son is either pissed off that his father sacrificed himself to save Godzilla, and he has joined up with Apex, Charles Dance's organization, to kind of frame Godzilla, or if he just wants to have Godzilla killed because like he feels that his father paid more attention to these kaiju than he did him. That's my theory. I could be 100% fucking wrong here, but that's what I'm thinking. Monty, what do you think? Do you think I'm talking out my arse, or you think there's
no? That logically speaking, that would make sense if he actually had a son. And he felt some type of way because his father paid more attention to monsters than himself. So it wouldn't surprise me if he actually decided to make a bad name for a Godzilla because he wanted to get back at his father. That makes sense. It's a bit cliche. It's a bit cliche, but if they write it right and they introduce him right, because one of the problems that I have sometimes with films when we have these sequels or have these universes, they don't do much to do anything else with the characters because unfortunately we didn't even know he had a son or had a family. It would have been nice if they would have said that, but then again, it's like as long as they do it right and it makes sense, then I won't mind it.
I do like the idea, but as you said, it's cliched. But then again, this isn't fucking Gone with the Wind either. Like, we're not,
Well, that one I could give you an in-depth analysis of.
But,
it could be the Gone with the Wind of the Kaiju.
Frankly, my con, I don't give a damn. But yeah, so going to the important question, right? And I'm going to start with Jen and Christian first. Team Kong or Team Godzilla?
I'm gonna go Godzilla, but my guess is probably they're gonna have the fight not have a conclusion, and it's probably gonna get interrupted by like Mechaghidra or Mechagodzilla or something. But personally, Godzilla. Although
could you see it?
Amazing.
Christian, could you see a team up in the cards?
Yeah, I'm gonna. My suspicion for this movie is they're gonna fight, big climactic fight, and then their fight's gonna get interrupted by like King Ghidorah or Mechagodzilla or something along those lines, and then they're gonna team up to fight that. That's my guess, at least. I don't think we're gonna get an actual conclusion to who will win the fight, at least not in this movie.
Hey, Jason.
Ethel says she's Team Godzilla. Antro has popped into the chat. Hey, Antro.
Good evening, Antro.
And who else?
Jason, Fiend.
Jason.
Hey, Fiend.
Hey, Jason, are you Team Godzilla or Team Kong?
Godzilla.
What about yourself? What about yourself, Jen?
Kong.
Who you?
I'm gonna go for Kong. I'm gonna be like the rebel and go Kong. He did have that hot date at Fay Ray.
Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
This one, he's friends with the little girl or something.
Yeah. What is it with little girls and monsters now? Is it like the last one you're fucking 11 was fucking helping Godzilla. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a bit about that. Well, what about yourself, Sean? Are you Team G or Team K?
I'm Team Godzilla all the way. It's time for revenge after all these years from the 60s. Been waiting for a long time for Godzilla to kick some ass.
Do you think someone is? Hey, Coriander's in the chat. Hey, how you doing? And what was I going to say? Do you see one of them dying at the end, or could you see them teaming up?
I do see them probably teaming up, although it's might be kind of cliche. But I have a feeling there's gonna be like the bigger threat, like the Mecha Godzilla or like a,
Whatever kind of
like
monster.
Christian was saying, that the bigger threat that it would take them to be able to kill off the threat,
Monty, what about yourself? Are you Team Godzilla or Team Kong?
Personally, everybody knows I'm Team Kong. I've been posting it all over the place on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
Monty has a bat signal. I'm Team Kong.
No, it's just that I've seen all the King Kong movies, yet even that goddamn King Kong Lives Again crap fest.
Oh God, no! We don't say its name.
Linda Hamilton and his son and him falling in love, flirting. I love the fucking scene, right, where he fucking eats the crocodiles and he's picking deep in his butt. He's like, "Hey, babe, come on over here." What the fuck?
We don't speak its name.
They had to make him an artificial heart, remember?
Oh yeah, no.
I know.
And the super pump that you'd use
Let's make a big artificial.
God damn it, the movie's
and
awful.
only to fucking riddle him again at the fucking end. It's like,
Yeah. I wonder if Linda Hamilton even remembers doing that.
it's your
Yeah, I
son.
know. Because when I saw that movie, I forgot she was in that.
Yeah.
Sadly.
She wants people to forget,
Sadly.
doesn't she?
I'm hoping that there is like if you look at the likes of Alien versus Predator or Freddy versus Jason, the studios never really want to piss off the fans, so it looks like one fucker is one, and then some other bastard will come up out of the water and disappear. So I can see something like that happening, or I can see a team up. I can't see the studio wanting to piss off either hardcore Zilla fans or hardcore Con fans, but
The original didn't care. We had a clear cut Kong just walking off like the badass at the end. I would like to see something like that.
I do like the fact that there was a perpetual rumor put around that there was two different endings, one done for the States and one done for Japan, and that turned out to actually be bullshit.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
But you're excited. Are you going to have you got HBO Max, or are you going to try and venture to the cinema depending on the state of things, or what's your plan of action to see the movie?
I don't have HBO Max, unfortunately.
Oh shit.
Oh.
There's
I
this
might have to
beautiful
try
thing
and
called a free
tough it
trial.
out, go to the theater.
You don't want to try it for 30 days free?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's this.
Oh,
new
you
thing
can do
called
that?
free
Maybe I could do
trial.
that.
Just try.
Yeah, you can do it for
try
30 days.
period.
Yeah, that's what I did for
doing.
Shudder. That's what I did for Shudder. I tried it for 38 days free, so I saw some of the movies that appeared on Shudder.
Yeah,
It's it's a good idea.
give it a go. I'd say I'll see what the story is. I don't know what the fuck it's going to be like by March, but maybe it might have cleared up. Would I risk my health to go see Godzilla versus Kong? Maybe. I don't know.
I'm hoping it will be in the theater because I think it's a movie meant to be a theater experience.
Big screen.
That's the thing, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, because
That's the ultimate.
if I could, I would love to
IMAX.
see it in the IMAX theater. But even here in Philly, I don't know. Too many nasty people.
Yeah,
Get that.
same here.
So,
we just don't have any theaters.
I mean, but that's why I have a 4K here, so I'll watch it on my 4K television.
Yeah. It's
literally,
not the same. It's just not the same, though. You know,
No, yeah, it's
such
not
a
the
big
same. but-
movie, a blockbuster movie like that. You know?
would you not like get a couple of bed sheets timed together and fucking suspend them from one building to another and make your own cinema screen?
Ooh.
Walk in like the Mummy or something, wrapped in.
Fuck.
JC Nightwatch Zone, he agrees with me.
Yeah, I know you do need to, if you're going to watch two big fucking monsters clapping the shite out of each other, it needs to be on the biggest screen you can at least get your hands on. So yeah.
Mhm,
Mm.
absolutely.
But moving on, kaiju movies and others in general, like, what would you say, starting with Monty, what would you say is your favorite standalone Godzilla movie from the Heisei era to the newer ones?
My favorite Godzilla movie was the one that actually had the giant sort of Ultraman stand-in.
Godzilla.
I can't remember the name of it.
Godzilla versus Megalon.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one because it actually had Godzilla actually doing some drop kicks. They had the scene where they had Godzilla run up and
He was
spin.
Scene,
I love that.
Island dance. Fucking
I was cracking. When I first saw that, and I was cracked up. My mother was like, "Monty, what the hell you laughing?" I said, "Look at that Godzilla trying to do a drop kick."
It is pretty good.
He like glides. He's like.
He's like gliding,
and
and then my mother comes down and said, "Is that supposed to be Ultraman?" I said, "No, that's not Ultraman." But he just-
Jaguar, right?
Yeah, Jaguar.
Mom.
Jet Jaguar, Jet Jaguar. I love that fucking song.
It's so good.
Monty, what would be your favorite? I like, obviously a lot of people are gonna fucking say the Marion C. Cooper one, but what is your favorite interpretation of Khan in the movies? The original Marion C. Cooper classic from the 30s?
Yeah, definitely the original 1930 classic, and Peter Jackson one. I actually did enjoy that one. I love that one because it sort of improved on the first King Kong remake, which was it De Laurentiis that did the 75 one?
Yeah, De Laurentiis did that one. And,
Yeah,
and
that was okay, but I don't know, something was missing. But the Peter Jackson one was definitely that had the actual spirit of Kong that was in the original, the 1932 one, as opposed to the 75 remake. There was no Kong spirit in that one. Maybe because they tried to modernize it too much.
and like,
there
was no dinosaurs in that one either. Just one giant fucking snake. I thought you need fucking dinosaurs.
Where's the dinosaurs at? And I
Right.
really, and as much as I like Jessica Lange, I thought she was miscast in that role.
She seemed kind of fucking off her head in coke or something at the fucking time. Fuck.
Possible.
Sorry, Jessica Lange, if you're watching. But Sean, what about yourself? What is your favorite standalone Godzilla movie?
For me, it's one I went to see in the theater, Godzilla 1985, which was a return of Godzilla in Japan.
Was that the one with Raymond Burr, Perry Mason?
Yes,
comes back
yes,
to reprise his
right.
role as quote unquote Steve Martin. they can only call him Mr. Martin now because Steve Martin got famous at the time.
Yeah.
I love it because one thing, because it was the first one I saw in a theater, and I was just like, wow, blown away. And I like Godzilla being the threat, being the bad guy, and it was like him getting back to after the 70s where they had the goofy ones and had the big eyeballs. It was nice to see him just terrorizing, wrecking shit.
I think that one he was possessed by the spirits of those killed by the Japanese in World War II.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
Yes,
one of
yes.
the darker ones.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I love that one as well, Sean. One thing that always got me is like, why the fuck is everyone drinking Dr. Pepper? Just the fucking Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I did
everywhere.
catch a lot of advertisement in there. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I first saw that version of Godzilla and not knowing about the difference between the Japanese and American films, I'm like, wait a minute, what's Raymond Burr doing in that Godzilla movie? He's Ironside. It's like, what the hell is he doing
Well, he's in the original Americanized version.
Yeah, the Godzilla King of the Monsters, which was translated, but obviously they removed all the fucking the kind of symbolism of nuclear war.
Yeah,
Yes, right.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised he actually decided to be in this 1985 one. I'm like, he's doing this again?
Money.
Power of money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, Sean, what is your favorite depiction of the big ape Khan himself? What would be your favorite one?
Gotta agree with Monty G, the original classic, 1933.
Yep.
That was some awesome Willis O'Brien stop motion.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's why I like it. It's the stop motion. Didn't Ray Harryhausen get his
start
from him?
Yeah,
he worked under him, right?
Yeah. Student. He was tutored by Willis O'Brien, and just thinking about that, right? And thinking about when the first people who saw the first moving picture show, and then for an audience to see these giant fucking monsters fighting each other, that must have been like fucking witchcraft to watch back then. I know there was another stop motion short called Of the Lost Worlds, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's, but it was very janky, very rigid, wasn't shown widespread. But this would have been the original fucking King Kong. Would have been like fucking magic, pure and simple. But had you any particular favorite scenes in the original King Kong?
Well, yeah, when he fights the T-Rex, of course, that was great.
And goes messing with the jaw. He's like,
yeah, and he snaps. That was awesome.
And so I glazed over yourself. I should have asked you that as well, Monty. Had you any favorite scenes in the original King Kong?
That one. When he kicks the T-Rex ass.
Yeah. The poor guy, his arms were too short. It'd be like attacking a paraplegic. I just think
Yeah.
T-Rex. This fucker has reach.
I love the drama. I love the drama of it too. How they, when they're on the Skull Island, everyone's scared of Kong, and they put up the big wall.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I love it. I watched it with my housemate, and he was like, John's great. He is one of these he's very, very kind of like aware of social issues and stuff like this, and he could not watch it. He was like, oh my God, what have they done with the natives? Oh my God, what have the Chinese cook? Oh my, he started having a fucking conniption. I was like, dude, just watch the movie. It was made in the 20s.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. But I think some people may have issues with some of the stuff that's depicted in it, but again, it's a movie of its time. Jen, Christian, what about yourselves? Which is your favorite standalone movies?
My favorite Godzilla.
Standalone Godzilla. Don't say revenge. Don't say revenge. Don't say revenge.
I'm not. I think probably the King Kong one.
King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, because Jake watched that the most. I must have seen that like a lot with my younger son Jake, and it wasn't bad. I liked the little kid smoking the cigarettes. I liked that. I thought that was like, whoa.
Oh, 60s.
And I just like it. It's fun. It definitely shows the appeal of these movies, and it's fun. And my little boy gets very excited when he sees the two big monsters battle it out, like type of thing. So yeah.
Is that a reenaction of what to expect in the movie? Because if so, I'm going to be really fucking disappointed.
What about you?
Favorite Kong?
Favorite Kong? Definitely the 1933. Definitely the 1933.
Arian C. Cooper. Any favorite scene?
Favorite scene of it would probably definitely be where he gets anything with Fay Ray. When I was a little girl, I was like, I thought that would be so cool. Like, and I have felt compassion. Like, if I'd been Fay Ray, I feel compassion for Kong in a weird way, and I like that.
I think that's I
was
like
beauty killed the beast.
Yeah, I like Fay Ray's portrayal, but I gotta say, fucking Naomi Watts fucking killed it in
Oh,
the
yeah. That's why I liked Peter Jeff, because of Naomi Watts. She was excellent in that role.
Yeah, she was awesome. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Fay Ray. That woman had a healthy set of lungs, and by Christ, she fucking used them through that movie.
I love it.
Christian, what about yourself, dude?
Oh man, asking my favorite Godzilla movie is like asking my favorite horror movie, man. Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
I think if I had to go with just one, though, probably Godzilla versus Destroyer, because it's basically an Aliens movie meets a Godzilla film for basically until the entire climax, because it's one of the only movies where you actually get really interesting and very interesting stuff going on with the human characters, because you have all the soldiers fighting off the mini little flea destroyers and everything. I like all that. It feels very much like a Peter Jackson movie, or not a Peter Jackson, a James Cameron movie.
Yeah, you're dead right, because even the smaller destroyer, sorry, I have to pronounce it like that, destroyer forms have the extendable jaw like the fucking xenomorph, and I'm like, what the fuck? Someone likes aliens, and they have to kill them with fire and stuff. It was a great movie, and it was also a really nice throwback and end to what was considered at the time the last Godzilla movie. Obviously, they made Final Wars and stuff, but it was a nice throwback because it was the thing that destroyed Godzilla in the very first movie that gave birth to Destroyer. The Oxygen Destroyer was what mutated that thing. And yeah, it was kind of very sad, like fucking basically Godzilla had a terminal illness and he had to fucking fight this guy and save his son. I thought it would kick ass.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great ending to, because like the Heisei movies, that's what I love about those Heisei movies in the 90s, is all of them, they're the only ones where they have a continuous storyline going all throughout it, because there were characters that reoccurred in all of those movies, and that movie just was a great climax to the whole story that series was trying to tell. I really like all that.
As you said, the Heisei era ones had at least some fucking distinction of continuity, while the other ones not so much. Yeah. But favorite interpretation or version of Kong?
Okay,
don't steal my answer.
Of course, best Kong movie is the original film, easily. But for my favorite interpretation of the character, I really liked Skull Island's interpretation of him. I liked how they made him very tactical and very, very different from the original Kong. The original was way more animalistic. You can very much tell that the Kong in Skull Island is a lot smarter than, and he's still very young, but he's a lot smarter than pretty much any other version of Kong we've ever had. I really enjoyed seeing him use tools and everything, and I think that's going to really be expanded upon it in Kong versus Godzilla. Also, just an excellent damn movie.
Good point. Yeah.
Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, because I've seen that at least 3 times since it came on HBO Max.
Yeah, it's such a good damn movie. Samuel,
it really is.
It really is. One of my new favorite Sam Jackson.
Sorry, Sean, I could have crossed you. What were you going to say, dude? Sorry.
Oh no, I'm just agreeing. I'm saying, yeah, it was. It really was.
One thing I actually thought that enhanced it was Toby Cabell, who was the helicopter pilot who was separated from the squad. He mocapped and acted out Khan in that, and he also mocapped Koba in was it Rise or which Planet of the Apes movie had Koba as the main bad guy in it?
Oh, that was Dawn. Yeah, Koba. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought he mocapped. But yeah, again, that's a cool movie. I didn't like it initially when it came out, but I kind of warmed to the idea. Again, I was saying to Monty, I would have liked more dinosaurs, but I like the flora fauna species, these creatures that were like
the bamboo crabs,
60% animal and 40% plant. I like that.
The goddamn crabs.
But So yeah, no. Okay. We've discussed obviously Kong and Godzilla. What would be your favorite standalone kaiju, Sean? What would be your favorite other kaiju monster?
Oh, it's might be considered kind of a cheesy one. War of the Gargantuans.
I've actually seen
It's
that
a
one.
really
Those lads.
yeah.
Don't,
It's a lot. It's just a lot
don't-
of fun. These two monsters just beating the crap out of each other the whole time, just
Mhm.
destroying everything in sight. It's just awesome. Just
them two lads
chaos.
there. They look
Yeah.
like two fucking
Yeah,
lads.
yeah.
Yeah, they look like you fucking
Look.
filthy drink, you prick.
Like a couple of bar brawlers or something.
Yeah. That's the fuck.
They got mop hairs.
I remember when I first saw that. We were cracking up laughing. We saw that, and my mother was like, "What the hell is so funny? I should see these silly ass dudes look at they dress up as a bad Frankenstein makeup
Yeah.
fighting."
At the time, when I first saw it, though, I was like, "Damn, look at these guys."
And like two fucking lads out on a night out, it's over a woman. It's over a fucking woman.
Yeah.
Monty, what was the creature that I'll actually Christian, will you show the creature Monty liked?
I believe, now that I'm
Monty.
thinking about it,
Oh.
I think I knew it was a different one, because if it's the one that was just a reused Godzilla suit, then that would be Gomez, I want to say. But what we were talking about, the character from the original Ultraman series.
Is
Uh-huh.
it that guy?
No, actually,
There you go, nice.
there's another kaiju that I like. I'm pretty sure Christian might know him. It's Gamera.
The goddamn
Oh,
friend of all children. Friend of all children.
Giant turtle.
Gamera
Did have
Kickstarter.
that. I didn't even. It's like find the thing.
Friend of all children.
There you go.
Here, I'll get a picture. Hang on a minute. But
I like
why
it.
Gamera? What's the attraction?
I don't know. It was like because everyone was on a Godzilla fix, and I just happened to catch another kaiju movie. It was probably either it was on Channel 17 or 48 back in the day when we actually had we only had a few channels, and the UHF channels would show all the monster pictures. And I happened to say, "Wow, this is interesting. An actual monster that I like that's not Godzilla." So that's what gravitated to me to watch some of his movies. And I haven't seen all the Gamera pictures, but I do have him on DVD now. I think I got it in a horror pack unboxing, and I got all of his movies. But definitely Gamera. Just something that caught my attention. That was another actual monster picture, a monster than Godzilla.
Yeah, I like the look of him, and I like some of the enemies, and obviously that's a nod to Pacific Rim. This kind of
That's
sword-headed
a cool
guy
one.
here.
Look at the guy as a knife.
Oh
His
yeah,
head's a knife.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a knife.
Yes, Gamera. The thing. Might I remind you that Gamera also had the most evil and dangerous kaiju to ever exist. He shot rainbows out of his back. Fucking terrible.
Hey, you don't fuck with rainbows, man.
Evil power of rainbows to kill people.
Okay.
Like Rainbow
He
Bright.
gives
Yes.
his enemy diabetes or some shit like that. It's like, oh fuck, I
Yeah.
feel so well. Jen, Christian, what are your favorite kaijus?
I'm gonna definitely say Gamera because of rainbows.
Because of
And because that's Jake. Jake watches those a lot. My younger son Jake watches those all the time, so I'm very familiar with them. And I like the fact he's friend to all children. Although
friend to all children.
friend to all children, but is he like? Is it a deeper, darker thing, or is he actually good?
Well, it
is my
depends on
question.
it depends on the continuity. They actually do play around with that in the Heisei movies.
Okay, I was just trying to be funny, but kill my momentum, man.
Okay,
Thanks.
you're welcome.
Ethel says that's Knifehead. Knifehead, that's Guron from
It's actually
Gamera.
called Knifehead.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh no, Guron. The Knifehead guy is called Guron.
Oh, okay,
Antro's gone. See you later, Antro.
Later,
Phil.
Andrew.
Bye.
Phil's creepy videos is in the chat. Hey, Phil.
What's up, Phil? Trench
What
coat?
about yourself, Christian? What is your favorite monster?
I mean,
Other
you know,
than
you got-
Godzilla.
you got your great, you know, you got your Godzilla, who's fine. You got Kong, who's fine. But you know what they don't have? They aren't giant plant crocodiles that are the souls of dead women. I love the hell out of
that, the trip?
Biollante. I
Nice.
love the hell out of Biollante.
Yeah, he's the biggest. If I'm
look
not
at-
mistaken, he's one of the biggest kaijus on record.
I
He's
think
like-
that they are the biggest, if not the second biggest. They're up there. They're goddamn massive, and I love it. It's such a unique and weird act. It feels like
Little
if
shop of horrors.
it feels like if H.R. Giger designed a kaiju. It feels so different from any other Godzilla enemy ever. I love the whole.
I
design.
love Biollante as well, but it looks to me like a hedgerow fucked a crocodile. That's just
Well, that's kind of
my,
what it's going for. It's like a crocodile plant that has the soul of a dead woman.
See, I always hear.
Yeah,
little shop of
wasn't there a
horrors when you see
rose
each
that
other.
was embodied? with
See
the-
more, feed me more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's basically
To me, it looks like a
badass
bigger.
Audrey
It looks like a bigger version of the Kathoga from the Relic.
Yeah,
kinda
the
too.
total feature.
Yeah.
So, moving on. Your thoughts on basically the Guillermo del Toro take on kaiju movies, Pacific Rim. I'm gonna let Sean start. What's your thoughts on Pacific Rim, Sean?
I love it actually. I really enjoyed it because it took me back to when I was a kid watching the old Godzillas and King Kong. I think it's a really good modern representation of that, and with awesome special effects. Great CGI. To me, it was really good CGI used right for the right reason. Giant monsters.
It wasn't.
And,
They weren't obnoxious with it. They didn't
Right.
fucking it didn't take them to heart.
I thought it
had
was
you any
cool
favorite-
how the way the human hosts control the giant
Yeah,
robots.
They have to work in conjunction with someone they're paired with. And
Right, I thought that was pretty cool.
had you any favorite characters in it?
The monsters, really. The giant robots and the monsters. The human characters I didn't give a damn about.
I like that.
Come on,
That's the way it's
you didn't
supposed to
like,
be.
You didn't like that speech Idris Elba gave.
We're
The guy
kind of-
was
Oh,
stuck in the
yeah, that was pretty
apocalypse.
cool, actually.
That was brilliant.
We will fight the monsters at our doorstep.
What about yourself, Monty? Had you? What's your thoughts on Pacific Rim? Have you any favorite kaiju or Jaeger character?
I like the first one. Like I said, just like what Sean said, it brought back memories. Well, for me, it brought back memories of the films I grew up watching, which is the TV show I grew up watching with Ultraman, Johnny Sokko and the Flying Robot, and the Space Giants. Especially with the Space Giants. So I did enjoy that. The CGI effects were good. The first one was good. The second one, not so much.
The second one was very ropey. Like I like John Boyega.
Yeah, I like John Boyega too, but boy, the characters, some of the characters is like, oh god, and
Charlie Day. Where the fuck did that plot twist come out of? Charlie Day's character turned out to be helping.
it's like they couldn't get Charlie Day back, and then they got this other actor. Wasn't it one of the Helmholtz brothers? That was in the second Pacific Rim. I can't remember it was him or not.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Fuck.
I might be confusing that with Independence Day Resurgence.
They got Clint Eastwood's son, Scott Eastwood.
Yeah, he was terrible. It's like, oh boy, I want to see you get his.
He can't act. He gets jobs because of his fucking dad. He cannot act.
No, it's like, come on, just because. It's like, come on, please. At least Clint, he can act. He does his purpose. He can act, but Scott, no. Someone to take away his SAG card.
License revoked.
Tell us how you really
Take away his SAG card because the dude cannot act. He brought nothing to his character at all.
Everyone was going on that he was going to be hot shit, and he's like, oh, he's Robin in Suicide Squad. Batman sent him undercover into Amanda Waller's team. It's like, no, he was just some fucking dude who dies. I was like, what the fuck? What did you think, Jen, Christian? What did you think of Pacific Rim?
I'll let you handle this one.
I like the hell out of Pacific Rim. I think it's very fun. I think it was, especially the time it came out as well, like 2013, 2012, around there. It was pretty fun. It was pretty different from any of the other movie coming out. That was before even the new American Godzilla came out. So it was pretty interesting for its time. Watching it again, because I watched both of them the other night for this, and it's not as enjoyable as when I first watched it, but I still really do enjoy the film. I think it's still really damn fun. It's lost a little bit of the magic though for me.
Any favorite kaiju or Jaeger mechs or?
I really did like. What was the goddamn one? I can't remember. I cannot remember which one was it? Which one was it?
Was it a Jaeger or a kaiju?
Was it a Jaeger or a kaiju?
I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the Jaeger though.
Was it the Russian one, Cherno Alpha?
Yes.
That was designed after Chernobyl. It was a Chernobyl chimney stack with legs.
I couldn't remember.
That was cool.
I couldn't remember if that one was Russian or not. Yeah.
It was Russian. It was like myself and my friend was like, "Is that fucking Chernobyl power plant?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what when I heard that, I said, "Man, they're taking it off of Chernobyl."
But yeah. As for the sequel, one of the most boring movies I've seen in a long time. I watched it 2 nights ago. I couldn't tell you a goddamn thing about that movie. I forgot everything about it already.
I like it.
The plot was stupid. The plot was stupid. The revelation about that was dumb. It made no sense. I mean, first you don't bring back Charlie Day. You put in Scott Eastwood. You know, the only good thing about it was John Boyega was in it, and that was it.
Monty, it was Charlie Hume was
Charlie Hume.
guy you replaced. Charlie Day was the quote unquote turncoat guy. He had drifted with the fucking kaiju brain.
Oh, that's right. He drifted,
And he had fallen in love with it, and it's like, is he fucking the fucking kaiju brain? What the fuck? Oh God. It was a shite movie to say the least. It was
Jen, I'm waiting, Jen.
I don't have much to say about
You've never seen Pacific Rim.
No, I don't have much to say about these because I've never. Yeah, and Jake hasn't seen them yet either.
Yeah, I need to show him.
Oh man, I'm surprised. I thought Jake would love this. Well,
Probably,
the first one.
I'll need to show it.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, the first one he would love, but he would not like the second.
Show it to him maybe this weekend.
I will.
So here's a kind of bonus question. Again, I'm going to start with Sean. Favorite animated interpretation of Godzilla?
Oh God damn it! Why would you do that? No.
The thing, Jake, that show.
Fucking Hanna-Barbera.
It's over. Yeah.
It's right here.
I thought the
fucking Godzuki.
Believe it or not, I think the one based on the '97 one.
That was great.
Better than the movie.
This was actually really damn good. I do love the hell out of this show.
The 2 episodes that were in the pilot were based off the intended sequel, and then they started rolling out other stuff, and then I think by the 2nd season they got to use some of the actual Toho kaijus.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like when they got into showing all the other ones.
It kicked arse.
It's excellent.
And they got some of the voice cast. They got back the Sam Witwicky's dad from Transformers, who was General Hicks in the original voice his character.
Yeah,
and they
I forgot his name. Yeah.
God damn it.
What about yourself, Monty? Have you any favorite animated interpretation of?
I did.
Or even King Kong.
Yeah, I did like the Godzilla with the Godzuki animated show. I thought it was a nice interpretation.
We don't acknowledge Godzuki.
I do.
We don't acknowledge Godzuki.
I'll say this: he looks better than that goddamn son of Godzilla.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Jesus Christ! that thing looked like a. Oh Jesus Christ! That thing looked like a fucking. It looked like Godzilla's mother had fallen down the stairs a couple of times.
Looked like Godzilla.
Or Godzilla
Looked like
drank Mother
Godzilla took a
Dracula.
dump.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it
Sure.
laid an egg and took a shit at the exact same time, and it was a blending, just like.
What? I said, wait a minute. I know these guys can make design monsters good, but who the hell designed that one?
I know. I'd love to know that.
Was God? I'm wondering, was he? Because I know there was a couple of competitions where kids could design a monster and like fucking. I'm wondering, was it a child's design or something like that?
They let a 5-year-old do it.
The one
Yeah.
that he fought in
It
Godzilla's
looked
Revenge
like it
was,
did because that was terrible. I mean, that was terrible. I mean, it's like, come on now. At least when they did Son of Kong, that looked better.
Yeah,
Okay,
Son of Kong's good,
we have a
actually.
defender.
Yeah, and I
We
love
have a defender of the character. Ethel says Milner was a good lad and not to be added, not just leave him alone.
Hey, somebody's got to like him.
Well,
I love-
Because I never saw the animated Godzilla that was based on the first American Godzilla. I never really got a chance to see it. But definitely was a fan of the Godzilla with the Gozuki. You know, the Godzilla Power Hour.
If I was going to make a suggestion, guys, if you've got Netflix, watch Godzilla Planet of the Monsters. It's actually really fucking good.
it's pretty decent.
Show it to
I saw it on there, but I haven't looked at it yet.
And
I'll
there's
take
a
a
new
look
one
at it.
coming out as well. I forget the title. It'll come
Oh
back to
yeah,
me.
the new Godzilla anime. I forgot about that. I forgot his
So,
name. Is that out
yeah.
yet?
I think it's coming out the end of March, Christian.
Okay, cool.
So that should be good. So segueing off from the animated series, Monty, what's your thoughts on the first American attempt at Godzilla? Is there anything you liked?
Really? Wow.
Was there anything you liked?
The song by Puff Daddy Combs. Yeah, Puff. That's about
the
the
remake of Led Zeppelin's Kashmir.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, I got that on my playlist.
What about John Reno's character?
Yeah, that and his character. That's about the two best things that I liked about that movie.
I gotta give them props for fucking stealing Simpsons.
I'll give them some credit on the practical on the CGI effects. Sometimes they were decent, but most of the times they were not.
That movie was proof positive that like the execs were like, okay, we got the license to Godzilla. What's popular? Independence Day. What else is popular? Jurassic Park. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Together. Sean, what's your thoughts on G98? What did you think of it? Did you hate it totally, or
just like Monty said, pretty much?
is there any elements you liked?
I like the Rage Against the Machine song.
Oh god, that's right. They do have a song on that soundtrack.
And you know what was real bad about that? Their I guess you could say knock on Cisco and Ebert.
That's what I was about to say. You took my answer, Monty.
Oh yeah.
The mayor. It was just like, and they were even annoyed. They were like, nothing interesting was done with. They weren't even eaten by Godzilla. They would have given the props. They would have given the movie props if Emmerich had been killed in the fucking movie, like, you know.
And I know Roman Emmerich is a good director, but you could tell that he was, you know, he can't direct everything. Can't be a disaster movie.
Yeah,
right. I think the biggest.
That was a disaster movie, but in other regards, like it was a fucking disaster of a movie. Sorry, Sean, I could have crossed you.
I think the biggest thing wrong with it is the look of him. Like I just couldn't accept it. Like, this is not Godzilla. This doesn't look like him. It's a giant iguana.
Sean, have you seen Stan Winston's original designs? Because Stan Winston was going to be brought on board to design Godzilla, and he looked fucking awesome.
Looks pretty
I'll
good.
see if I can.
Oh, I
I'll
didn't
see if
see.
I can
Yeah, see if you
dig
can
it up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But like, had you any bits that you enjoyed or thought were somehow
I mean,
good,
the CGI was pretty good, but and I like when they did call back to when he did the,
the roar?
yeah, the old
I
roar,
did anyone
the
else want
fire
to
breath.
punch? Did anyone else want to punch fucking Matthew Broderick in the
That's a
face
lot of
Yeah, a
punch.
few
repeatedly?
times.
Yeah, jeez.
Miscast.
Christ,
I didn't like
Miscast.
when he. I didn't like when he had the babies, and I'm like, oh come on, this is Jurassic Park now.
Dude, it was fucking, it was an absolute fucking throwback to Jurassic Park, and
Yeah, especially that part. I was like,
I'll show you that. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna show you this because it's a cool design. I don't know if it would have flown, but here is the maquette of this was going to be Stan Winston's version, and then he
Okay.
dropped out.
oh well,
So-
yeah, look at that.
That looks
That's
better.
way
It
more
look-
classic than
yeah, a little bit more
Yeah.
classic. It actually looks frightening.
I like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good design.
It's real good design.
Yeah, I would have.
Jen, Christian, what's your thoughts on Matthew Broderick's outing of Matthew Broderick versus That's a Lot of Fish?
The only thing I remember is the Siskel and Ebert scene. That's the only thing I really remember about that. That's it. And
You didn't miss
nobody likes
much.
Matthew
Didn't miss
Broderick.
much.
Yeah. That's all I remember. And I remember Puff Daddy singing Kashmir from Led Zeppelin, and I was like,
yeah.
cool.
We're fucking him staring down.
That's sad. That's
Godzilla.
sad when that's the only thing you remember.
Yeah, that's
Look
pretty
at-
much it.
I don't know who had a worse encounter with Godzilla, Puff Daddy or Jay from Jamiroquai. It's a fucking toss up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Again,
Christian,
cool.
Christian, what about yourself? Was there any aspects of it you liked, or do you wish to cast this movie into the bowels of fucking hell?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of great stuff about this movie. I love how Japan constantly makes fun and shits all over this film every chance they get. I
Oh,
get
yeah.
the ear grin every time they make a reference to it.
Godzilla Final War. Where it's
Godzilla
like,
Final
the Americans
Wars.
thought it was Godzilla, but it wasn't. And then Zilla, I think it's New Zealand. He fights.
Yeah, he shows up in Australia. He shows up because they fight at the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah, and he just fucking bitch slaps
It's
Zilla.
the shortest fight in
Yeah.
the entire
It's,
movie.
it's like
It's so good.
What they have him
I
fight
would-
the
I would-
Godzilla that looks like the 1997
Yeah, literally
one?
in Godzilla Final Wars, which is this big anniversary film where Godzilla literally fights every single monster he's ever fought in before. They have a random 20-second scene where he's in Australia and Godzilla from the Matthew Broderick one shows up and Japanese Godzilla fucking eviscerates him in 20 seconds. It's amazing.
Oh, I gotta see that.
I
I
gotta
haven't
see
seen
that
that
because
one.
I remember all the hate, and I mean pure hate the Japanese audience had for this one. And
They
this is-
love this movie.
it would have been the equivalent of fucking taking I don't know, the Swiss taking Superman from America and changing his costume yellow and making him skinny and like fucking having, I don't know, fucking Spike Dudley play Superman. I don't know what
Spike Dudley.
I'm
Spike
not gonna lie,
Superman.
I would watch that movie. I would watch the fuck out of that movie.
Hey!
Super
Brad.
Spike.
What's up, Brad?
What's up,
Oh,
Brad?
also, yeah, Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Are-
They had some cool things.
Do you want it on this, dude? Do you want me to drop the link? If you want, I can drop the link there. Or are you on the way home from work?
Yeah, join us if you want, man.
Yeah, join us if you want, Brad.
Come and
Join
play with
us.
us, Bradley. Come and play with us.
We have such sights to show you, Brad.
I want to talk about my favorite incarnation or current incarnation of Godzilla.
He's driving home right now.
Oh, okay. Well, be safe on the way home, dude.
Yeah.
This is my favorite version of Godzilla, because this is
Yeah,
fucking
the shin,
terrifying.
right?
Yeah, this goes back to the very kind of start of Godzilla being a metaphor for the first Godzilla was a metaphor for how the Japanese were affected by the dropping of Hiroshima, the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and also how the Allies turned around and said, "Well, you lost, so we're going to test nuclear weapons in your ocean, and your fish are going to be poisoned, but fuck it, none of our problem." This Godzilla is a representation of the Fukushima nuclear power meltdown and the hurricane or typhoon tsunami that hit, and how the Japanese were very knee jerk and very slow to act. And I think a lot of people might find this movie very talky, but it's interesting. It's a great satire, because when characters are deciding what to do, they have to move from one room to the next. They can't make a decision in one room. They have to go to the room of, oh, we need to talk to the Minister of Agriculture. We'll go to this room. And it's like, just make the fucking decision in this room, which I love. It's Hideaki Anno, who's the director of this, the guy behind Evangelion, if I'm not mistaken. And he totally just rips apart the bureaucracy of Godzilla. But that said, you're watching Godzilla not just for fucking social commentary. This fucking thing is a monster. He is terrifying. He comes in 3 stages. The Shinun Katakun, which is the second stage after the tail stage, looks weird. It looks like some fucking malfested tadpole.
Fucking weird, and I kind of
googly eyed. It starts ejecting blood out of its gills and fucking drowning
cool,
in the thing. Then it evolves into its last form. I don't know how they came up with it, but its bottom jaw breaks in half like the predator, and it basically vomits out kind of flammable gas, and then ignites it, and then concentrates it and cuts the fucking buildings in half. It's fucking amazing. It has another face on the end of its tail. This thing is a fucking nightmare, and is the perfect example of what Godzilla should be if you're going to do a standalone movie. And we have a Brad in the chat.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Oh, Brad.
Hello.
Brad in the house.
Hey,
Brad's in the
I don't
house.
think you can hear me, but I'll join you for a minute or two.
That's
I can
okay.
hear you.
Brad, what's your thoughts on Kong versus Godzilla? Who do you think is going to win?
I'm Team Kong all the way.
That's right.
And what's your favorite interpretation of King Kong? Would you say the original?
I'm Skull and Island.
No,
same as Christian. Nice.
It's my favorite Kong movie of all time. It's my favorite. It's my favorite of the 2, Godzilla and Kong. And this new iteration of Godzilla is my second favorite. My favorite Godzilla is the Netflix Godzilla, actually.
That was okay.
Oh,
Marty was just talking about that.
Yeah, from Planet Godzilla, the guy he's the size of a fucking continent. Yeah, that one kicks ass.
I like the old school stuff and all, but I'm more into the newer stuff than the older stuff. But I do like the older stuff. It's fun. It's lots of fun to watch.
If you had to pick another kaiju to a favorite kaiju that wasn't Kong or Godzilla, was there any you'd pick?
Well, Bill and I have a top 10 favorite foreign films coming out sooner or later, and on that is a Korean movie, but I don't know if you would consider it a kaiju or not. I don't think it's considered a kaiju.
The host?
You're not talking about the host, are you?
The monster from Sector 7 is one of my favorites.
That one's good.
Sector 7?
But as far as like kaiju, I mean like traditional kaiju, I know you're gonna think this is really, really bad, but I really like Reptilicus.
There's no, Reptilicus is true. That's the British one, right? Hey, Christian, that's the British one, right?
Yeah, that's the British one.
I haven't seen that.
I enjoyed that one. That was
I haven't
fun.
seen that one. I've heard of
it's
it, but I
fun.
haven't seen it.
It's up on YouTube. You can
That's
fucking.
not what I expected, but good choice.
It's a good one. No, I saw that one as well, Brad. I enjoyed it. Wouldn't be my favorite, but it's still a fairly fucking solid flick. Like, again, like
You
one
could-
of these movies are the fucking Shawshank Redemption. Like, but I don't know. Have I Sean? Have I covered all the angles there? Is there anything that you want to bring up, or is there anything that you think? Brad's got.
How come
Hey,
nobody
Brad.
mentioned How come nobody mentioned like Mighty Joe Young?
Yes, I totally fucking forgot that. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, I was going to bring that
I'm
up.
guessing. Oh, sorry, Monty. Oh,
Yeah, I was going to bring up Mighty Joe Young because that's another one of my favorite monster pictures back in the day that I saw.
Yeah.
I never saw. Have you seen the remake, Sean, of Mighty Joe Young?
with Bill Paxton.
Yeah, it was
It's
good
alright.
actually with Charlize
Yeah,
Theron.
I never saw the remake,
Yeah.
but yeah, but
Wasn't bad.
definitely was a fan of the original.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
like
sure, I love it.
Sonocon as well. I think that kind of gets overshadowed.
Yeah, Sonocon's
Yeah.
really good.
Me too. Me too.
He fights a big fucking bear.
I love like yeah. I love like the ending. It was like sad when you see Khan's
I know, sad.
hand. She
Khan's
saves the
hands up,
girl and
it
slowly
actually was a
goes
dude.
down into the
That was
water.
a dude he saved.
That the
Yeah.
thing is, I don't know. I think there was a clause in certain Universal monster movies that the monster had to die at the end of the movie.
Yeah, that was a clause.
Yeah. Oh,
Was
sorry,
it?
sorry, Ben. The Cloverfield monster is not
Yeah.
considered a kaiju.
It's not.
Technically, I would
No,
say it
they
is.
never really considered that as a kaiju.
It's a giant
But
monster.
It was just a giant monster.
It's a giant monster.
It was a giant monster.
Giant monster.
Yes, the
Yeah.
giant monster. But I never heard of anyone actually called it a kaiju.
But the thing is, it's Abrams himself said it was a throwback to Godzilla and the kaiju movies. Hell,
Yeah,
even the
but yeah,
theme.
I know
even
because I remember him saying that, but I know there's been no definite saying that the monster from Cloverfield was a kaiju.
Hey guys,
Like-
Good
I'm
movie, though.
struggling to stay connected here, so I'll hit you up when I get home if I can.
Okay.
All right,
Cool,
Brad.
man.
All right, I
All right.
got an interview
Peace.
tonight too. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I just
I'm
want to say
looking-
congratulations.
Congrats.
Congrats. Dude.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah,
Oh, Sean. Where'd
Bye,
I
Sean.
yeah, Sean dropped off as the internet must have died. Yeah, congrats on getting an interview with Vincent DeSanti.
thanks, guys. I've actually been. I was hoping to schedule it out a little farther, but he hit me up yesterday and was like, "Hey, can we do it tomorrow?" I was like, "Okay."
No problem.
So, but all right,
Yeah.
guys. I'll talk to you later.
Later.
All right, Brad.
Brad, what time is that interview at? How many hours from now?
I
And
think
he's
in
not.
an hour. I think in an hour.
An hour.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sean, are you there? Come back to us, Sean.
Sean.
Come to the light. Come to the light. Joanne.
Lauren.
Yeah,
used to
no,
be able to do a good impression of her.
I see. The thing is, Monty, I'm not fucking disagreeing or trying to dissuade you. I just think, like the term, I just always consider catch-all. Kaiju is a large monster that destroys cities. I don't think it has to be copyright. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
you're
maybe
right.
Because I know some people. I know when I heard when J.A. Abrams said it, because I think he says it in the commentary in the still book DVD I have of Cloverfield, that his main thing was a throwback to the old monster pictures or kaijus, but he never. I don't think anyone ever said that the monster from Cloverfield was a kaiju. They always said it was just a giant monster.
yeah, I think he came up with the idea
Yeah, Sean.
because he was in Japan. Hey, Sean, he was in Japan with his son, and his son wanted a Godzilla action figure, and it was like rows upon rows, and he was kind of annoyed that like America hadn't its own kind of Godzilla, so that's why he kind of came up with the Cloverfield monster. But yeah, going back, sorry, I'm fucking totally after derailing, but going back to Mighty Joe Young, I really enjoyed that, and if I'm not mistaken, Mighty Joe survives at the end of that one, right? Though.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
that's at least something. I think there's one scene where like a lion gets out of a cage and he fights it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
That one.
Again, Willis O'Brien, fucking awesome fucking work.
Awesome.
What about yourself, Christian Jen? Have you seen Mighty Joe Young? Either the old one or the
I think
remake?
it's excellent. I think it's excellent. I think it's really, really underappreciated now and kind of becoming a forgotten gem.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Not that crazy about the remake though.
Jake likes the remake.
Of course he does.
Get the bearded slasher.
I maybe if you dressed him up, maybe you could fucking. But I think we've covered all the angles and stuff. Yeah, Ethel says technically King Kong is an American kaiju.
Yeah.
Would you slot any of Ray Harryhausen's creations into this category? I know they're not kaiju, but is there any big monsters from Ray Harryhausen's movies that you liked?
What's
the Kraken from the original Clash of the Titans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
that kicked ass.
Or the
Um,
Gorgon.
the Gorgon's great. Yeah.
I would say the Gorgon. I love that.
She was awesome. Talos from fucking Jason and Golden Fleece, the big bronze centurion. Sean, what about yourself? Is there any kind of
I like the stuff he did in was it the Golden Voyage of Sinbad?
Sinbad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I think he did all three of them, if I'm
he
not
did.
mistaken.
Oh yeah,
Oh, did it? Oh, did
if
it?
you wanted good fucking stop motion, you went to Harryhausen. If you wanted, sadly, the low budget kind of stop motion, Willis O'Brien ended up kind of getting the shitty end of the stick. That's how he ended up doing. I don't know what you call this a kaiju movie, but it's one of my favorites. Black Scorpion.
Yeah.
Just I love that movie.
That movie's fun.
In all of his work, I think the best work he did was the Valley of Guanji.
Guanji
that's
kicked
great.
fucking ass.
Guanji's
Yeah.
amazing.
Because
Not even the big monsters, the small one, the Eohippus, the little horse and stuff.
because it's no one really knows about that film, and I think that gets overlooked with all the films that he's done. I think that's one of his best works because you don't incorporate monsters and Western together. And I think that's one of the reasons why that film gets overlooked. And I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
The other thing about that is as well, Monty, he was ahead of his time because it was touted, but it was never really exclusively discussed. But the idea that dinosaurs evolved from birds, and he gave Guanji bird-like movements. He gave him little kind of bobs of the head. He gave him kind of little kind of chiroptera movement, and it was a big influence on Jurassic Park as well, because there's a scene where a Gallimimus is coming out of a chasm, and it gets kind of fucking ambushed by Guanji, and they use the same for Jurassic Park. They use that as a reference point. But yeah, Guanji fucking kicks arse, man.
I love Guanji.
As far as those people.
What about the big monster in the Jason and the Argonauts?
Well, yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cyclops.
Yes, the Cyclops. Yeah.
Cyclops is good.
It's a fun one.
Very fun.
It's to me, it's the skeletons that they fight.
Yeah.
Skeleton fights. Great.
The amount of time
That's
it
fun,
must have
man.
took to animate that.
I know.
And what is the multi-armed fucking Indian goddess?
Kali.
Kali.
Kali. The armed that sword fight. is
Yeah, I know.
fucking Perfection.
Amazing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm creaming myself over stop motion. It's like, but yeah, no, I think that if you're into kaiju movies, you should go back and maybe look at the old kind of Harryhausen stuff as well, because that was an influence.
Definitely.
Like Willis O'Brien and Khan were a big influence on the Japanese creators of the original Khan. They were like, we'll never be able to do that, but they wanted to do that, and that was a big influence on them. But yeah, I think we've kind of covered everything. Sean, is there anything that I've left out, or anything I've skipped, or is there anything still on the agenda?
Yeah, I'll just mention one that's kind of fun and silly that I always enjoyed. Godzilla vs. Hedorah, the smog monster, is one of my favorites. And that one was trying to send a message about pollution. And,
Is that
toxic
one
waste.
the trippy kind of one with all the psychedelic fucking music?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
really
I call
trippy.
I called it the trippy
drugs.
Godzilla.
Godzilla on drugs.
Yeah, definitely.
It is drugs.
Like when he's covered in the smog and he's like,
Fucking Godzilla
Oh,
starts tripping out. He's like, whoa.
yeah.
That movie has one of my favorite out of nowhere random ass Godzilla things ever. It's the ending of the movie when he just shoves his fist into Hedorah, rips out this glowing orb thing that was in it for some reason, curls his tail around him, and just starts fucking flying away with his atomic breath. It's so
awesome.
random. He never does this again, but I love it.
It's that whole Skeletor can like use his staff to do one magic thing and he'll never use it again.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. Same thing.
Ethel brought up that UK's Kaiju would be Gorgo, King Kong's would be America's. Wondering would the grabber creatures from Grabbers, the big grabber, would be Ireland's answer
Grabbers,
to
yeah.
the
That'd be
Kaiju.
Ireland's. Yeah.
We'd be grand because everyone would just have to get pissed and it would not fucking eat us. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the most boring was the ones in the 2014 one, the Muta or whatever.
I like Mutos,
right.
They're okay.
I kind of like
They're
Mutos.
okay.
Okay, I do like it as a foundation thing, but it's kind of sad when not only does Bryan Cranston cameo in the movie, but when Godzilla cameos in his own fucking movie, you're like, the fuck? And it was the biggest cock tease. It was like, Godzilla was sticking his hand down your pants and giving you a tickle, but then pulling it out again. It's like, why? What the fuck?
You only get that one like great scene where you see him out in the open and in the bright light.
Yeah.
And the door.
The rest is like
closes.
dark as hell, raining. Like you never get a clear shot of it.
I did like how they use his atomic breath.
Yeah,
I did like how they use atomic breath. How it's like his whole back's like, yeah, I did like that.
right
part.
down his
All
throat.
of
He's
that
like,
shit down the fucking the guy's throat.
that's pretty
But
badass.
yeah, if they could have spread out the excitement and the energy of the last 15-10 minutes throughout the movie,
Yeah.
because I just felt that movie was just tickling your balls, just like, hey, you want to see you want to see Godzilla? You want to see? Oh no, too late.
You want to see
Back.
Godzilla?
Take
Too
it
late.
back.
Too late. You want to see Godzilla? No.
Nah. But yeah, no. King of the Monsters improved, but I do think, as yourself, Sean and Monty pointed out, a lot of darkness, a lot of rain. Hopefully, we'll get a couple more daytime battles.
That's the one thing that's really bugged me about both Godzilla movies is why is every fight scene set during a rainstorm? Kong didn't do that, and it looked beautiful. You can clearly do these effects beautifully. Why is every fight scene set during a goddamn rainstorm? Stop raining.
Right.
It's not Seattle.
Yeah, because that's why I couldn't understand. It's like,
Is it
wait a minute.
easier to
These
do
are
it that way?
same people that did. It's like in Skull Island. It's like, wow, you can actually see the monsters. You
Right,
can't see
yeah.
shit.
And then it's fucking cool.
You can't see shit that neither one of these Godzilla films. It's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I know. I don't understand
Maybe
that logic.
they're romantic movies in disguise.
I don't understand that logic.
Okay,
It's a mysterious thing.
Guys. I gotta ask one question. Maybe someone has relatives in the military. What the fuck are the U.S. Army making their aircraft carriers from that they can fucking both balance Godzilla and King Kong and the dick?
Right. That's some heavy duty steel.
I thought it was going to turn into Takeshi's Castle with the fucking thing just going like, fucking. But
But
No,
the powerful engine too to keep it on the water.
Mhm.
some fucking I honest to God,
It's gotta
even
be
when
like the
fucking
Avengers
Elbo's
one.
like,
The what do you call the Avengers ship
The
there?
helicarrier?
oh, the
The
big
Yeah,
big
yeah,
head.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, the
Oh,
helicarrier, yes.
I'm amazed that thing didn't break in half like a fucking Kit Kat. I'm sorry, but it's like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, I'm hoping I'm hoping it's good. Um,
Yeah.
I enjoyed Skull Island and I had fun with King of the Monsters.
Me
Um,
too.
Yeah.
I think the human characters, we're not going to see it for fucking human characters. I just hope we spend more time with the monsters than the human characters. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Like
let's
Vera.
just hope.
We don't need Vera for Maija again.
Yeah. No, hopefully Billy Ray, whatever her name is not so annoying this time like she was in King of the Monsters.
Bob, fucking 11. We'll call her 11.
Yeah, yeah.
Millie
Stay
Bobby
on
Brown.
stra-
That's it.
Yeah,
Millie Bobby Brown.
Billy Bobby Brown. Yeah, the stay on Stranger Things, you're going to be annoying.
Fucking Vera Farmiga comes back with Annabelle or something. Like, I don't know.
You know what bothered me so much about her is like, it's like they didn't even care like that she just changed her mind after a while and decided she's gonna help save the world. I'm like, and they were just supposed to forgive her. You know, you just unleash these monsters on the destroy the world. You know, we're just supposed to gloss over it.
I'm going to reboot nature because humans suck.
But we're going to live in a bunker, so we'll be fine. So isn't that kind of cheating? Shut up, child. Shut the fuck up. Get in that bunker. I'm with you 100%, Sean. That characterization, it's like, okay, she worked for Monarch. Oh, she turncoated. What's her fucking reason for turncoated? Oh, she's an eco-terrorist. Great. It's like,
Yeah.
like
That
what
came
the
out of
fuck?
nowhere.
She goes through 7 emotional fucking arcs. Do you think Mechagodzilla is out of place in the new universe because it's more grounded? The movie is more grounded, Brad, but it's, again, as I'm saying, it's not going to be fucking, it's not going to be Wuthering Heights or fucking, the Shawshank Redemption. It's still big fucking monsters bailing the shit out of each other. And
Do we know for sure that he's in it?
it's obviously some giant mech. It's obviously some giant mech.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not Mechagodzilla. I think it is, and I don't think it's like as I said, fake rubbery skin. I think it's some kind of projection or holographic image around him, and then Godzilla or King Kong will end up.
I know it's a giant Terminator.
Yeah.
Basically. That basically is what Mechagodzilla is, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I like that idea, actually. Marty's idea.
Yeah, me too.
That's the only fucking logical thing I can think.
Yeah.
Because I
makes
can't.
sense. Yeah.
What construction crew would be there with a fucking staple gun, just fucking stapling bits of fucking Godzilla skin? Like, Christ Almighty! It's been 6 weeks and we've only gotten one of the fucking legs done.
Yeah.
That's one thing I actually think they need to kind of pull back on, having it too grounded. I think they should have fun with it. I think maybe it takes itself a little too seriously. Sean, do you think the MonsterVerse movies take themselves a bit too seriously?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Monty, what about yourself?
But then again, I don't want it to be too wild and crazy. Like, I feel like King of the Monsters might have been a little too much because
I think Skull Island struck a good balance.
Me too.
Yes.
I think,
Yeah. Because it's like this. When I was sitting watching Godzilla King of the Monsters, I'm hearing her ramble off. I'm like, this makes no sense.
Yeah. It's by rights there should be more of an emphasis on the monsters wailing the shit out of each other
Mhm.
and fucking people discussing things. Like, I'm all for good characterization, but we're not here. We're not looking for a fucking Oscar performance. Like, Ethel says
What if
maybe
they could do
it's
one though?
Ugara.
Like, what if they could could they do a monster movie that could be considered like Academy Award
Oh
winning?
yeah, absolutely. Look at the original Godzilla. Even some of the later Heisei movies, I would argue for.
But would the fans like it, or would they say?
Shin Godzilla actually
Shin
won?
too.
Yeah, Shin
Why
won.
wouldn't you like it as long as you have good monster action?
Did Shin Godzilla win an award?
Yeah, it won like the equivalent of the Japanese Academy Award.
You're right. Yeah, it won for best for excellent example of science fiction that year. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, I definitely think you could, because you it doesn't matter as long as you. The problem with the American Godzilla films is minus one or two characters, none of them are compelling or interesting at all. Like the characters in Skull Island were good if they kept something more along those lines as opposed to Vera Farmiga or any of the fucking family or any, you have Bryan Cranston in the first film, you kill him off in the first 14 minutes.
Ken Watanabe! Why the fuck did they kill off Ken Watanabe?
He should have been the lead of this franchise. He should have been the main character. He was amazing.
It's like fight. Seriously,
I love that.
And then sending your dick into a blender. It's the worst fucking idea ever. It's just like,
you know what they need to have is John C. Reilly back in this movie.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
Although, what age would he be now? Because he made it home in the 70s, and he was like,
I don't think he would be alive if they're doing it in this time period in modern times.
Yeah,
I had actually got it into my head that Charles Dance was Tom Hiddleston's character for a while. I don't know.
See that?
Yeah, but no, it's not. It's obviously not the same character.
No.
But yeah,
because I've heard some talking about let's bring Captain Marvel and Loki back from Skull Island into this one.
The thing is, you would have to get older actors to play them. Like, I don't know. Who would you get to play an older version of? Like, would you get Jeremy Irons to play an older version of Tom Hiddleston? And would you get?
Yes.
I love
just because it's Jeremy Irons. Yes.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
Who would you have as an older version of Brie Larson? What kind of actress in her 50s or 60s? Like.
Maybe darn, and her name escapes me.
What's she in?
Julianne Moore. I'll go out on a limb.
Maybe her.
She'd need to be older. She'd need to be like Helen Mirren's go. She'd need to be. You couldn't get Helen Mirren, obviously.
Goldie Hawn?
Yeah.
Sally Field?
Goldie Hawn.
Sally Field.
Oh, Goldie Hawn.
Sally Field in a monster movie.
I can't see Goldie Hawn in the monster picture.
Probably not.
See,
but...
Sally.
It's a shame. It's a fucking shame Carrie Fisher died. Because it's a shame Carrie Fisher died.
She would be a perfect fit for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Yeah, Carrie Fisher would have been great. Yeah.
But no, I'm going to refer to you again, Sean, because you're the man with the plan. Is there anything else we need to cover? Is there anything you would like to bring up or bring to the fold? Or?
No, I guess that's about it. I think we covered pretty much everything. Covered a lot of ground.
The giant claw.
Oh my God! Yes.
What's Mogura? Who's Mogura?
Mogura is
it was
one
the upgraded Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. It was the upgraded one. It was like this little mole tank thing that flew. It wasn't that good.
Yeah.
It was kind of lame.
I watched Destroy All Monsters today. I thought that was fun.
That's a good one.
That was good.
Yeah.
Get all these monsters on the island.
That one's
I actually finally saw Saint Maud the other day.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it? I've been looking forward to it since I heard about it last year.
I see. It's good, especially that third act, and that's all I'll say.
Do you think I'll like it, Monty?
I'll say this: it's not what you think what the film is, and that's all I'll say about that too. I can't say if you'll like it or dislike it, but I'll just say that I'm still trying to write up my review. Hopefully, I should have my review up by tomorrow.
Oh,
Nice.
good. I've been waiting for this film.
It's been wild. I don't care.
Sean, have you any upcoming reviews, Sean, that you want to divulge or anything special coming up in the pipeline?
I just did today the 21 slasher movies that everyone should own.
Ooh, have to watch that.
Awesome.
So yeah, go over to Sean's channel and check that out. It should be fucking awesome. And
of course I did enjoy your
right?
review of the Blob, Marty.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
I gotta check that
It
out.
was very good.
Um,
I watched it.
Are you participating in Sean's? Sean, is this kind of a tag video as well? The 21 slashers, or is it just your own?
Well, I mean, a few people did it, like Horror Man and Jason and Dave. So I threw my hat in the mix.
Nice.
And Jen, Christian, what's next?
What day is it?
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Okay. We're finishing up the last Malevolence movie.
You'll like a money.
That video will go up.
I know. Hopefully I get a chance to see all three this weekend.
They're good.
Because
they get better and better.
Because I looked it up and they're all on Tubi.
Yeah, they're all on Tubi.
If anyone watching, if you get a chance, check out these two's review of the Children of the Corn movies. They're brilliant reviews.
Oh,
but if
I was
only
gonna
to
say,
see,
finally got through that.
Yeah.
only just to see fucking Christian attempt to eat corn and cornflakes. It is the most. It's like going to Abu Ghraib watching prisoners being fucking tortured. It's amazing. It's just like.
Hey, I grew up eating cornflakes. There's nothing wrong with cornflakes.
Hey,
corn.
Yeah,
but did you eat cornflakes with cans of, instead of milk, the water from Del Monte corn instead of milk? Did you do that?
You did.
I did that. Yeah. Did you ever make
You
Jello?
I noticed.
No, but I have eaten with orange
the
juice.
spoon went back in the bowl again with content still on it.
Yeah. Yeah, have you ever made Jello with Del Monte corn water? It's very salty.
Oh dear Jesus! Seriously.
Throw up.
Very salty.
Oh yeah. By the way, who has seen the Little Things yet?
I
Is
have.
that
I have
that new
not.
Jared Leto?
Oh,
movie?
that's the one with Jared Leto.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Isn't Denzel in that? Denzel.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you check out my reviews. You'll see what I thought about that.
Excellent. But yes, what else? Also we're back to doing Masters of Horror. We're started season 2. The next part of that will be up on Saturday.
Yep.
That's basically all we're doing currently.
Are you ever going to do Dances with Dwarves?
We are.
We are. Life has been incredibly hectic.
I know. Not even a review. Just let me know what you think, because
We're gonna do a review.
We are.
By the way, Jen and Christian, I have been contacted by the ghost of the miser, and he was wondering when are you going to actually talk to him and the dark fate.
Oh yeah, right. That was a thing that was going to happen.
Because you left
God,
me.
life has been so weird the last 6 months.
You left
Do
me.
I
This is
smell a
all-
crossover?
He tried to come on the stream in Halloween, but
Yeah, we had a visit from the dark fate during a Halloween stream, and then the ghost of the miser popped up on a stream where Queenie did during Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was fun.
we do need to get maybe
God,
maybe around Halloween.
God, life has been so goddamn hectic
It's
these
been
last
so
few
weird.
months. Jesus Christ, it's been 6 months already. God damn, it's been weird.
Yeah.
Life's weird.
Well,
Life is weird.
Are you finding with like quarantine and stuff, it's kind of impeding you getting your stuff done, or is it maybe a bit more of a motivating factor that
No,
kind
not
of
really. Quarantine hasn't really affected us really that much. It just general life things going on that weren't even quarantine related have affected what's the goings on of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And is that the same with you, Sean, or like you're just everything is still going at the same pace as?
I had some issues for a while there. I wasn't having as much content, so I had to take a little bit of break for a while, but I'm back to normal.
You're okay now though. Everything
Yeah.
is fucking so sorted. Good stuff.
It's all
What?
good.
Go on, Sean. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's all good.
Good stuff. What about yourself, Monty? You're still working away. You're going into work and stuff. Like,
Yeah. That's one of the benefits is that I was able to still work from home. And because I do work for a hospital, I am able to get my second vaccination shot tomorrow.
Oh,
Excellent.
good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
my girlfriend got hers there, and she was happy out, but her arm, it said it was like being injected with magma. I don't know. Was it the same for you? Did your arm burn for a while after you got the?
No, not really. No real after effects. I didn't turn into a zombie. I didn't grow a leg in behind my back. It just the typical.
Oh,
It's like when you get
man.
the flu shot. My arm got sore for a little while, but I got a
That's
bit
it.
tired. I got a bit tired throughout the end of the day, and after that was it. No, nothing.
So, guys, there's no other projects or anything else you want to plug or anything you hope to get in the horizon.
Can't think of nothing we're working on. We're just
Be sure to tune into a special
Oh,
Valentine's Day.
Oh right. People, we're doing a Valentine's special again, and oh God. Oh dear God.
It's a
Sounds like
sequel
fun.
time.
Uh-oh.
And Rich will
Sequel.
be involved.
We needed a bucket and a mop.
Jesus.
It's gonna be messy.
Oh
Happy
boy.
birthday. Yeah.
And
It's
what about yourself?
necromantic too.
Oh,
no.
Jesus!
Oh, no.
Fuck me sideways. The
When
fucking
you went to
Oh,
see the first
boy.
one, it's up on the channel.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Sean, anything else in the pipeline? Any down the line next month or next couple of weeks? Anything you hope to have out, or anything you want people to keep an eye on?
I do have something coming up, but I don't want to say anything yet. I might be getting a little bit of a celebrity interview kind of thing.
So
going on.
watch, i.e., watch
Good for you,
this
Sean.
space. That's what you're saying. Watch the
Mhm.
space. Watch it closely.
Yeah,
Monty,
keep an eye.
anything yourself on the?
Nothing yet. Mainly because of quarantine. That's one of the reasons why I haven't done anything yet. Hopefully, by the time once I can get some more time together, because with me working from home a lot, that kind of takes up a lot of my time. As much as not used, as much as I would like to. So it's kind of hard to get things set a schedule to do some things I like to do. Because one of the things I wanted to do was I had tried to interview again because I did an interview with Deborah Voorhees. I did an interview with her. I was going to do an interview with her again for her upcoming film, 13 Fanboy, but that got put back because of quarantine.
Cool. I do like. I'd say at some stage you'll be able to do it though, right?
Yeah. Hopefully we can. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully we can. So that's something I'm trying to set up and yeah. Because normally what I do, especially during this month, because it's Women in Horror Month, I was hoping to do something special this month, but unfortunately because of quarantine, couldn't get that planned together.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Basically, I think we've covered all the basics, guys, and I say we'll round it up here if that's cool with you.
Nice.
Yep.
Good with that.
Yes.
So, big thanks, joined by the awesome fucking Horror Hangout crew, Jen and Christian, you kick arse. Sean, I love your beard. If I could grow a beard as sexy as yours, I'd be fucking dead. And Monty, you are an absolute encyclopedia of fucking knowledge when it comes to horror. So horror definitely rules with you. Guys, been fucking awesome. Have a good night. And yeah, stay tuned to these fantastic people. Bye now.
Also,